pain, depression, anger, hurt, scars, jealousy, greed. Sometimes you feel like you can't beat these things. Sometimes you feel like parts of you just take hold of you and you can't fight them. And the more you try to fight them, the more they beat you. Sometimes you feel like there is just no hope. Like you're always going to be angry. You're always going to be jealous. You're always going to be greedy. You'll never be as good as her, as nice as him. Sometimes we feel like those darkest parts of us take us and define us. Sometimes we feel like we belong to those darkest parts, but you could never be more wrong. In the name of Jesus, I declare that as the devil's lie. You do not belong to any of those things. We look for belonging. As humans, we are created to belong to something. But when we think we belong to the wrong things, that's when destruction reaps in our lives. I'm not saying that if you get it sorted that you'll always be at peace and there'll never be any battles. There will always be battles. But when we think we belong to them, that's when we start losing the battles. Because we belong to God. And when we realise that, we start to win the battles. Why do you belong to God? You could ask me, how do you know that? Because that is what the Bible is, a running theme throughout the entire Bible. We're the people of God. When God saves his Israelites from Egypt. Why? Because they belong to him. They're the people of God. And when Jesus came, he came so that we could be children of God. We belong to our Father. He made us. He loved us. And the Bible couldn't express that more clearly. A verse that sums it up is Ephesians 4:30, when it says that we were sealed for the day of redemption. Now I'm going to explain the sealed quickly. In the Roman Empire, a seal was something that the emperor would put on a letter or a document or something that meant it was special to him, that no one else could read it, or no one could read it unless they'd been authorised to. It was a stamp that would seal the letter and would make it his, would give it authority and would give it power. And that's what this is saying, and this was written in the time of the Roman Empire, and it says that you were sealed for the day of redemption. You have authority. You have the mark of God stamped on you. How more amazing can anything get? When we have the mark of the creator of the universe stamped on us. You belong to him. He made you. He loves you. And I could never be more sure of anything else. You do not belong to these other things. So as you listen to today's song called Dear Ex, You Don't Own Me, it all talks about just telling the devil no. Tell the devil no, I don't belong to you. These things don't rule me. Now the song itself is quite a rocky and metally song, so have your ears prepared. But I just think it all emphasises the fact that we've really got to put our foot down and say to the devil, no, I do not belong to you. We have really, really got to shout that to him. Because we don't. We belong to Jesus. Turn to God. Come home where you belong. Find peace at the feet of Jesus. Find peace at the cross. Because the sweet melody of love will never be overcome by the chaos of evil. Love will always reign. Because when all seems chaotic, Jesus was on the cross. When all seemed lost, he rose from the dead. And when you think you've lost every battle, if you turn to him, if you decide to say, no, I belong to you, Jesus, he will bring you back to life. And he will bring you home where you belong, victorious. In the name of Jesus.